Sir, you're charged with especially aggravated kidnapping. You're also charged with aggravated assault, and you're charged with theft of a firearm worth less than $2,500.
You're talking about stuff that is not relevant.
Hello and welcome to the Court of Public Opinion. I am the Recovery Addict, and boy do I have a case for you today.
Why is the dog chewing on this guy?
I think they have got the wrong guy there.
They got the wrong guy, and the dog was biting him.
He roughing him up quite a bit. There's a lawsuit.
9 out of 10 judges prefer watching the Recovery Addict live stream in their courtroom.
The fireworks are not done.
Now we're doing commentary on the case. Dati mihi Anglican Police Service Latina.
Literally not.
Is that correct?
Oh, from C. I didn't ask you to interrupt me.
Welcome back to the Court of Public Opinion. I'm the Recovery Addict. Happy post-lunchtime to y'all, especially to the one and only Greeners. Greeners was first in chat this afternoon. Congratulations, my friend. You know what happens. You know the drill. Your promptness is being punished, and your punishment is internet ownership. Yes, you're sending this to everything IP-related worldwide, being your responsibility to repair, maintain, fix, operate, educate people on how to use everything. It's all yours. Congratulations, Greeners. Two in a row. Suzanne Egan. Kim R. is my favorite co-chatter. There we go. Kim, congratulations. Suzanne, thank you. All right, welcome back. I didn't see what you were doing. I apologize what happened. I saw you took a seat, and I saw you said, yay, here we go, and whoop. But before that, I wasn't looking. I just ignore what happens in chat when I'm not here. Like it didn't happen, like it never even happened. Which is all good. Okay, let's see if this... I think I fixed it. Having some storage issues. Set network location, set. There are no servers detected on this network. Why are there no servers detected on my network? Does anyone know? I know there's a server because I'm looking at it. I'm accessing it as we speak. Okay. Why is this not working? Let's go this way. Fun facts. There we go. All right. We're good. We're all plugged in. Welcome. Mod chat. Josh has something for us. Hang on. Okay. Let's see. Is this today? I think it is. Okay. I was going to start with Judge Middleton, but we can go back to him. He's currently waiting for something to start. Let's see, you said 13th. 13th Judicial District, Kansas. You have to say it like that or it doesn't find it. And...
So let's go to
No, not yet. Don't go there yet. We need to be, let's see, the time frame is 1 hour, 6 minutes, and 25 seconds. 1 hour. Oh, you sent me the link that took me right there, and so I missed it. Okay, here we go. That was the right part. All right, quick jump. Here we go.
That's to be determined between the council. All right, we are on the record now in 25 TR 633.
Judge, where should
State
I be?
of Kansas versus William Richard Erickson.
Judge, calling in from
Jared
home.
Regier for the state. Defendant, are you here, William Richard Erickson?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you going to have an attorney represent you?
I had looked into it, but I don't think I need it. No.
Oh, you do.
All right, but you know you can hire an attorney, and if you cannot afford to hire an attorney, you can apply and see if you qualify for court appointed?
Yeah, I mean, I would...
And Your Honor, I may interject very briefly.
This is Jay
just a moment, please, Mr. Erickson. Yes, Mr. Regier.
Your Honor, pursuant to the ticket in this matter, this is a case that appears to involve one alleged infraction.
Okay, and what is that infraction?
Your Honor, pursuant to the ticket, this is one alleged count of speeding under KSA 8-1558, specifically 103 miles per hour in a 75 mile per hour zone.
Is that too fast?
All right. I told you wrong, Mr. Erickson, not having the document in front of me personally. An infraction does not entitle an attorney because they're a court-appointed attorney because there is no threat of jail time. Knowing that, you still can hire an attorney or you have the right to waive your attorney. I believe the amount would put you outside the limits of the county attorney's diversion for speeding at 103 and a 75. I'm not speaking for them, but that's my experience.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. So do you want to hire an attorney or continue to waive your right?
I would continue to waive my right because the vehicle that was being driven, there was no way I was speeding because it has it was a vehicle that I had bought for my son, and it's I was actually bringing it back to him. It has a speed limiter on it, and it can't go more than it's set for, I think, 9 over whatever the satellite says the speed limit is. So, and I've got all the paperwork for that.
Objection, Your Honor. The state would have concerns trying the case under this particular set of circumstances.
All right. What I will do, sir, we won't have the trial today, and we will enter a plea of not guilty, set this for bench trial by Zoom. And what date do you want to use for this one, Destiny?
Your Honor, I have November 12th available.
November 12th at 1:30 will be the trial date. Now, I will tell the defendant that if you want to present some of the things you've proffered to the court at that bench trial, you must have the preparer that can prove that. It's not enough to present a piece of paper. Whoever prepares that piece of paper has to be available for cross-examination as well.
That's fine. Your Honor, I can get in contact with them and have one of their representatives be on the phone or whatever needs to. You know, I'll talk to them and see what I can do. But yeah, it's a reputable thing. You know, they're called lifesavers. So.
Objection, Your Honor. Same reasons as before.
Yeah, we'll get into all of that at trial if you wish to, sir. But you're allowed to represent yourself at trial, but if you do, you're required to know the rules, the same as if you had an attorney. So make sure you have all that figured out before you get here, or you may not be able to have it all considered like you're wanting to.
What do you mean? What rules am I?
Well, like he's making objections right now. And I would sustain those objections. So if that comes up at trial, if he makes objections that are accurate and correct under the law, then I would sustain them, and you'd not be able to proceed in the direction you're trying to if you're trying to get something in that's not legally admitted the way you're trying to admit it. That's about it. I can't do much more.
Your Honor, I don't understand how. I mean, it's something that's attached to the vehicle, and
Your Honor, the state would lodge a continuing objection at this time.
Noted, sustained, continuing. We'll take that up at trial. Like I said, you're welcome to represent yourself, but you do need to know the legal rules of evidence in presenting it. So, and I'm just giving you you're getting a little heads up that a lot of defendants don't know until they get there in trial and get the surprise of it. But because you're trying to present some of your evidence right now, there are the objections, and I am finding that I would have to sustain what I've heard so far. So,
okay. Your Honor, Your Honor, can I ask another question?
You can. If I can answer it, I will. If I can't, I'll let you know.
Shoot it down.
So you two are recommending I get an attorney, is what you're saying for this?
I don't think either of us have recommended that, but it is an option for you, Mr. Erickson, if you want.
Okay, so I've looked in that area, and nobody, I could not find an attorney that would represent somebody in a traffic case.
Well, I've heard several attorneys on here today that are doing that.
Just listen for a while.
You may, if you stick around, you may hear some more attorneys' names come up very shortly that I know for a fact do take cases or they wouldn't be here today. And plus their name's very familiar to me for doing it. So if you want some ideas, this is
Yes,
one way
ma'am,
to get
because
them.
yes, Your Honor, because I'm not from the area.
Oh, I see. So this, okay.
I was just
All right,
zipping
well,
through.
if there's nothing further at this time, I'm going to let you go, but with the order that if you want a trial, you reappear here at that date and time. If you don't appear for that trial, your license may get suspended for failure to appear.
Right. Yes, Your Honor. I understand that. I'm trying to do everything within. I haven't had a ticket, and I couldn't even tell you when the last one I was.
Mr.
So
Aguirre,
you know what I mean? It's so it totally took me by surprise. And the guy, the sheriff or
Objection,
whoever
Your
it
Honor.
was not talkable. He would
Objection,
not.
Your Honor. Same reasons as before.
All right, well, some people are more willing to chat than others, so.
Yes, especially.
Yeah, I would normally say between now and the trial,
especially Mr.
you
Aguirre
can
there.
look on the website of the Butler County Attorney about the diversion, but I'm confident that 103 and a 75 is not divertible. But if you look at it, who knows, you might find something helpful there. That is, if I get it right this time, BU for Butler County, BUCOKS for Kansas, and now we're using the .gov there as well.
28 miles an hour over the limit.
BUCOKS.gov diversion.
Okay.
I'm not sure that'll help you in your trial, but it might give you some insight on what's happening in your case. All right, so I'm going to recess your case now, but you're welcome to stay on the Zoom call if you want. Next, we would have had Galagos, but she was here with her attorney, Nolan Wright. I don't know if he's out of Wichita. I don't see him over here as much, but he has appeared.
Ta-da.
We'll now take up.
I think that's all of it. That was the one we wanted. Mr. Aguirre, not allowing anything.
Yes.
It would appear that there is another attorney present on the Zoom conference.
Kevin Zolator, is that who you're in reference to, or are you looking at?
That would appear accurate, Your Honor.
Well, let's take up Kevin Zolator, Zolotor. That is the Sean Knox.
Okay, we're going to skip that one, though. That's not where we want to go. All right, so we are going to instead go to, I think Judge Middleton is who I wanted to jump to. He had a, let's see, Dixon. Simpson is in break. What? Oh, wow, that was weird. Thought I got a commercial. I'm peering at my screen from across the room, trying to see where he's at. Judge Dad, who was live a minute ago, but is not now. Yes, he is. Oh, nope, he wasn't. Okay. Wait for it. Got to find where we were. Make me actually search. I can't just scroll. Life is so hard. First world problems here. There he is. I had missed him. Okay, we're backing up. We're going to get some evidence in this one. All right, here we go. Whew. All right, found it finally.
Just come up and have a seat. Right over here.
Come on in, everybody. Have a seat. We're in court. Trying to find where she's at. Oh, we've got a different Kansas one while I'm looking for that. Hold on one second.
This date, by way of that summons, and you are charged by way of information on or about May 22nd, 2025, in Butler County, Kansas, with possession of methamphetamine, a level 5 drug felony. Count 2, you're charged, same date and location, possession of paraphernalia for use, Class B, non-person misdemeanor. And those are the charges that are pending against you. Do you understand the charges?
Yeah.
You do have the right to counsel if you cannot afford an attorney. One would be appointed to represent you. Are you currently employed?
No.
How long has it been since you worked?
4 years.
Do you have any money saved back to pay and retain an attorney?
No.
Court finds you're without financial wherewithal. The court does appoint Jim Watts to represent you at all stages of the proceedings.
Okay.
Jim Watts is appointed to represent you at all stages of the proceedings. Court sets your next appearance date. This would be before myself on the felony preliminary hearing control docket. This would be on Tuesday, October 14, 2025 at 2:30. Tuesday, October 14, 2025, 2:30 before myself by Zoom. Tuesday, October 14, 2025, 2:30 before
Zoom.
Myself by Zoom.
Awesome. We'll be there, Judge. Thanks. Quick check. Oh, wrong one. This one. Wait for it. Judge Perkins, where we're going next. I love court hopping. Courtroom 434, 36th District. Come on, where'd you go? Is that it? That's not it. Courtroom 434, 36th District. There we go. And you said, Josh, the time stamp on this one was 2 hours, 38 minutes, and 25 seconds. Two hours, 38. It's right near the end here. 25. Okay, here we go.
Right.
Just finishing this one.
Mr. Horn, what is Mr. Bachman and his client going to do?
Oh, I missed it. Hang on. I need to go back to 1:15:40 for the first part. Okay, there we go.
Give Miss Are we ready on, no, there's no driver's license for Ms. Graves. Mr. Baldwin. Ready on Ms. Graves?
Did you ask if I was ready?
No, I was talking to your lawyer.
I was talking to your lawyer. No. We're holding now. Do come back. Your camera's off on this one, so.
Here, Griffin.
Yes, sir.
Morning to you.
Good morning, sir.
What brings you here this morning?
I was driving with no license on I-96.
Don't state it like that. You were charged with driving with no license on 96, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Do you have a middle name, sir?
Yes, sir. Lamar. Derek Lamar Griffin.
Tomorrow. Everybody's got today coming in today for the burn. I imagine it's something going on with
yes, Daniel Arm, he told me the 15th.
It's the 17th.
Daniel Arm.
So I have it.
Well, this is
Yes, he told me on the 15th, so I have to be in tomorrow at 8:30.
Give me 1 minute. All right,
yes, sir.
Mr. Hoffman, your client does not have a valid driver's license. All right, Mr. Soroki, are you ready on? Who are you ready on?
Judge, Mr. Campos, I went to the breakout room. He's never answered. I don't know, he's not responding at all.
And now he is, well, that's it. I don't know what to say.
So I guess, I don't know. I can't communicate with him or what. I guess just to give us another date, see if he comes back or what.
See if we can respond. Fine. Mr. Bachman, are you ready?
Your Honor, my client needs 1 moment, please and thank you.
Please and thank you.
Mr. Griffin have a license. All right, come back in the morning, Mr. Griffin.
Okay. 8:30.
All right, first thing you sign on at 8 o'clock or something. You'll be just waiting in there, and you'll be one of the first ones. All right.
Okay, amazing. Thank you, Your Honor.
Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you. Yes.
Can you hang up, Mr. Griffin?
Don't say anything. We can still hear you. You're not muted. Josh, this is the right one. We're the right spot. Waiting for Destiny, right? The unlicensed car lot property has until the end of the year to just get it cleaned up. I hear kids. Does it bring your kid to court day?
That's not valid. Yeah. Miss Gray. Harry Gray.
Josh, are we in the right spot?
I'm ready whenever your client is ready, Mr. Baldwin.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You heard me about the license, though, correct?
Yes.
Here we go. Here we go. This is the one.
It's set for a jury trial. Is that tomorrow?
Yes, Your Honor. The prosecutor has stipulated to dismiss all cases.
What? Prosecutor's going to dismiss everything?
So the dismissal for the driver's license would have to be for best interest of justice.
Well, I know some. I don't
Make
know
that
if it's
clear.
the best interest. I don't know if it's the best interest of justice. I don't know if that's the case.
Okay.
No.
What about prosecutorial discretion?
No, it's not about that. It's not about that. What it's really about is this essentially what I consider sovereign citizen stuff. Everybody else is taking deals for the same instance, and these sovereign citizens come in here and with no basis in the court's eyes, and they get to go off scot-free.
Judge is mad.
So I had a lengthy discussion with my client about that, and I was not able to, and I made effort to pull up some points, some authorities that I could bring to bear with respect to the issue of jurisdiction, and it just was not cognizable to me. After having,
You're meaning on the court not having?
I think, but after having discussion with the prosecutor about it.
Pardon me?
Well, she was under an impression that the court had approved jurisdiction, and I just indicated that the court, it was not necessary for the court to prove anything, but the court would at its discretion accept what it felt had been proven. And the most relevant thing I think with respect to that is that my client has previously had a Michigan driver's
Judge, we didn't go back
license.
on the record.
I'm sorry to know that that's.
No, we're just talking off the record. We're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah, I'm glad to have this discussion off the record too, Judge. So, I really don't have a argument as to jurisdiction. I don't think my client was very helpful with respect to that, and she needs to have a revisit to that type of material.
I don't know
because it's quite clear to me that there is
any other ones any good, because they're up in on and I'm just going to start treating those cases a little bit differently now.
I understand completely.
The judge is
your
distracted.
frustration.
He's on the internet.
There's got to be some fairness in it, and I don't see I don't see any fairness in that.
Well, we all need to be accountable for our behaviors.
Yes, we do.
Ms. Graves, are you there? Can we get started?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
This is the city of Detroit versus Destiny Graves. Case number is SP1069059, counts 1 and counts 2. SP172-47881, SP172-4805, counts 1, 2, and 3. SP172-48361, appearance for the record, please.
Good morning, Harry Bachman, P55052 on behalf of the defendant. Would you, ma'am, state your name for the record?
Yes, my name is Destiny Raven Graves. That's capital D, lowercase ESTINEY dash capital R, lowercase AIVYN, colon, capital G, lowercase RAVES.
She's back. And she's in church.
Just as a matter set for final pretrial, we have this for a jury trial tomorrow. Having discussed this with the prosecutor, is the agreement of the parties that the instant cases would be dismissed. Now, my client has valid registration and insurance, Your Honor, so we would ask that those matters be dismissed for compliance. The remaining issues, as the court note, is that the defendant does not have a valid driver's license, and I would ask the court to dismiss that case on the basis of prosecutorial discretion. The defendant understands that would be all of these dismissals today are based on technicalities and are without prejudice, and therefore it is the discretion of the prosecutor whether or not they wish to recharge these counts at any time in the future.
And it's the court's discretion on whether the court wants to accept that as a that offer that the prosecutor has extended. And as I was talking off the record, the court doesn't see really any fairness in these sovereign citizens being able to come in and proclaim that. With the court has seen no basis for it at all whatsoever. The rest of the individuals are required to either get a valid driver's license, and the court extends those offers or accepts those offers when individuals come and rectify the situation after the fact, which the court doesn't have to do, but does that routinely when people go and drive and get a valid license. So I'm not going to accept the plea of the city attorney's office in the because essentially, I don't know, because they don't want to fight the matter or something. It's going to have to go because I don't think it's fair to the rest of the citizens that come in here and if they don't have a valid license or can't get a valid license, to resolve their matter with some sort of deal, but have Ms. Graves and the rest of the sovereign citizen nation come in here and they get their cases dismissed.
Sovereign citizen nation.
I don't know the reason in particular, but what I would surmise is that they just don't want to deal with it. So I'm not going to accept that. We can have
Mr. Your Honor, may I make a clarification that actually the defendant made to me with respect to the sovereign citizen aspect of this argument. My understanding is that this is not that this individual is arguing that. Well, why don't you give some clarification, Ms. Graves, to the arguments you're making that this court doesn't have jurisdiction or has to prove jurisdiction, that jurisdiction is not because you're present in the jurisdiction. Can you tell us why you're not subject to the laws of the city of Detroit when you are a driver in the city of Detroit?
First of all, I thank you for this opportunity to speak. Your Honor, I am here appearing specially, not generally, and I am raising my abatement on Ms. Namer. And yeah, that I'm raising my abatement on misnomer, and that's it. I'm raising my abatement on misnomer.
I don't even understand what that means.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again?
I don't even understand what you just said or the meaning of what you just said.
I'm raising my
abatement on the grounds of misnomer because I've been misidentified in this case, and I'm just pointing out the defect in the case. And I'm aware that misnomer is a very fatal mistake in a case. So I just wanted to point that out in my case.
Is that misnomer? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes.
All right. So so obviously, what Ms. Graves, what I understand Ms. Graves is trying to say is that they pulled over the wrong person. It wasn't her that was actually driving. If she's saying that I guess that's what she's indicating. I don't know. Maybe you can clarify that.
Your Honor, respectfully, no, that's not what I'm implying at all. I don't deny that I was not there in the interaction on, that day with the police officer. I'm not denying that at all. I was there, and I am present now here as well. What I am saying is that there has been a misidentification between me and another party. I've been misidentified as a corporate fiction rather than a natural person.
All right. So that's the same sovereign citizen stuff. Just doesn't, that's the same sovereign citizens argument in the court's eyes. So I don't, that whole, I'm not a person, I'm a corporation, and I get to be able to travel freely upon this road and without impediment. Listen, this is the state of Michigan, the city of Detroit. The Constitution and the amendments to the Constitution give the state the authority to force individuals on the road to keep for the safety, health, and welfare of its citizens, to have a minimum requirement for them to be able to drive what and try for the safety of the individuals on this road. So the fact that you feel, or I'm assuming that you feel that you don't have to have this because you're this special entity or whatever claims that you're making, the court does not recognize those claims. Therefore, the court is not going to accept the fact that the prosecuting attorney, or the city attorney in this case, does not want to go forward with it because they don't, pretty much, I guess they don't want to take the time. I'm going to force this case to go either to trial, or I'm going to force this case to go to a plea. You have your absolute right to a trial. You have a jury trial set for tomorrow. What we'll do before the end of the court today, we'll have a sidebar with the city attorney, or you can speak with the city attorney, Mr. Baughman, and you can go over that and you can relay the court's apprehension to take this deal to the city attorney and see when they want to move forward. Okay, and you can set, we'll at least give that opportunity to set a new date. But that stuff that Ms. Graves is speaking on, however you want to be, however you want to be addressed, Ms. Graves, the court has, quite frankly, is getting pretty tired of. All right.
Respectfully, Your Honor, I would like to request evidence that the court does have jurisdiction over my living person and not my.
That's not the court. That's not the way the system operates, ma'am. You need to read the Michigan court rules and educate yourself better. I don't know who's been teaching you this stuff, but quite frankly, the court does not have to give you any jurisdiction. And you challenge jurisdiction. The court says you were pulled over in the city of Detroit. You indicated that you were at the scene. The officer gave you a ticket. That is notice for you to come to court. You set a court date, and therefore you're here now. So other than jurisdiction being that you weren't in the city of Detroit when this offense occurred or these allegations occurred, then the court will hear an argument about that. But as far as anything else other than that, whatever you're speaking on, the court is not going to even entertain that. All right.
Respectfully, Your Honor, my presence alone does not equal established.
I told you I'm not entertaining that stuff. I let you make your record. You've made it many times, and you have there's a record down here. So either go back in the breakout room and wait on Mr. Baughman to figure out what this trial date is going to be. I'm going to let you be heard, and you can put that to a jury of your peers. All right, and the jury of your peers accept your argument about you not having to have a driver's license and the court not having jurisdiction, then that won't even go to a jury. But if the court will accept your argument about whatever your position is, ma'am, and they find you not guilty, then that'll be the case. But other than that, we're not going to keep going back and forth with this, all right?
Okay, respectfully, Your Honor, I would like to say I will not wait.
No more. Pass the matter. Rejoin the breakout.
I just want to make sure that I'm not.
No more. Pass the matter. Rejoin the breakout.
Judge, may I place the defendant in breakout room 5?
Thank you.
No.
Are we ready on this linear?
Pass the matter. Okay, it's not done.
Let's go back on the record.
Hang on, we're gonna go skip ahead to part 2 of this one. 2 hours 38 minutes. Passed it till the end because that's what judges do when they don't like you. They keep you till the end. 238:25. Oh, did I say that part out loud? Yeah, judges do that.
Best of luck to you, Mr. Grady. Have a very good rest of your day.
Thanks a lot. I appreciate you.
Thank you. Mr. Horn, what is Mr. Baughman and his client going to do?
Hello. Wait for it. We'll just wait here.
Mr. Baughman? All right, let's go back on the record with Ms. Graves. Mr. Baughman, what does your client want to do?
So, Judge, this matter is set today for final pretrial. I do respect and honor the court's decision with respect to our motion for with regard to jurisdiction, and we do have an intention to proceed with the finding of fact as scheduled. My client wishes, for her own personal reasons, to ask the court to consider adjourning tomorrow's bench trial, at least for a later time. She has an appointment. My understanding, it is directly related to her ongoing issue with securing a place to live. And she's been offered some assistance, but that at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning, she's expected in a meeting to help her find housing. She's asking for the briefest of adjournments if this court would consider even a later time for us to convene for trial. That would be manageable for us. I'm prepared for trial, prepared to move forward. I don't know, Your Honor, that you required that the complaining witnesses appear for today's final pretrial. But as a matter of policy, I would ask that you would consider a motion to dismiss for a lack of those complaining witnesses to appear at this final pretrial, as we are on the eve of a jury trial tomorrow.
Ms. Horn?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. One thing I did want to clarify to the court is that I was not dismissing based on her arguments. I was moving to dismiss for valid documents, Your Honor. And in lieu of the resources that it will take to go to jury trial, that was a bigger consideration. However, the people are ready to proceed. I did offer until Mr. Boffman advised that she was struggling with housing, which I think makes her an excellent candidate considering she has a child for possibly street court. So I'm open to whatever's in the interest of justice, Your Honor.
Street court.
I understand that you were dismissing for documents, but the issue was not having the valid driver's license. That's where the comes up. Go ahead, Mr. Baldwin.
So I spoke at length with my client yesterday day before yesterday, about street court and street justice and about how that would comport to some of her needs. She is currently in a shelter. She has a young son. I think he's 2. And she's also has some needs with respect to employment and quite possibly health care that could be and prospectively would be met if she would participate in our street justice program. I did mistakenly tell her that it might be a year commitment. I want to make sure that I correct that, because Ms. Horn says this is a 90-day turnaround, that the cases and the instant cases would eventually be dismissed once we get Ms. Graves the help that she needs with respect to what we've placed on the record, as well as with respect to getting her driver's license back on track. Then she would be in compliance, Your Honor. I don't know why she doesn't want to accept that.
But I'm thinking that this one, first of all, I would love to see Ms. Graves be able to get in the street court program, and I hate to have her out there with no housing and a small child, but I would think that the street court program, there would be at some point some admission to responsibility, and that is the real issue with Ms. Graves. Is not one to take responsibility and articulating time and time again. Every time I've seen her, she's articulated the same argument, which a court describes as a sovereign citizen argument. I know Ms. Graves doesn't term it as that, but it gives everything she's saying is the same thing that the sovereign citizens come and report to the court. So I don't know if I can always get Mr. Patel in here, and I will do that if that's necessary. I have no issue with that, but I think moving forward, I think that is going to have to be, she's going to have to change her position or something. I don't know. It seems like she's pretty stuck on that position that she has. So that's one issue. The other issue is that there is brought up to the court about the issue of the complaining witness not being here. It is my policy that on the date of trial, on the date of the final pretrial, all of the individuals are supposed to appear. That goes to Madam Prosecutor Horn's argument of the necessary cost as it relates to bringing the jury in. And to avert that cost, we want to make sure that everything is ready to go. Augusti was not here today. I don't have it written on the file that that's the action that I was taking, but that's not my normal course of action. He's usually here on, and he usually appears. So he's probably on all the cases.
So you
except for
did you say to find out tomorrow?
Misdemeanor cases, Ms. Wright, really Wright is not here.
I wonder if somebody at the shelter is advising these people to
Yeah, I didn't mark that on the file. It's just going to either go. What time will you be at the dealing with the housing issue? What time will you be done with that? Do you think, Ms. Graves?
I'm not sure, but here's my case manager. She knows more.
Right.
Kim, could you place your name on the record and who you are?
My name is Kim Carter. I'm her case manager here at the Fox shelter. She's in a homeless shelter. We have her housing scheduled tomorrow between, I believe it's between 8 and I want to say 10, but it may not end till like 11 or 11:30. It's for her to secure permanent housing to leave and able to leave the shelter.
All right, and good morning to you, ma'am. And what are the chances? Oh, here's when Gowski here now. What are the chances that is that what you call him in, Ms. Warren?
I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor. I did call him in. I was not aware that he was supposed to be here, especially this cold case is first impression to me. But I did want him to be here to hear and see what we're going to decide or what Your Honor is going to do today.
Okay. All right. And Madam Case Manager, is this a hearing that Ms. Graves can is likely to be granted some permanent housing tomorrow?
Yes. So she'll be able to secure a voucher so that we can move her from the shelter into permanent housing.
Exactly. Okay, great. That's good news. So from what my understanding, Mr. Bachman, Mr. Patel is not necessary because that process is going through by the good people over there at the shelter. So that's congratulations on that. I'm glad to hear that. So we'll talk about moving this matter. We'll cancel the jury trial tomorrow.
Your Honor, forgive me for interrupting. Would you consider giving me some more time to work with my client? I'd like to see her get a valid driver's license. She is not suspended out of Detroit to somewhere else. I think I can help her identify that. And I think we can bring her back with a valid driver's license. That should please us all, most especially the defendant and the city of Detroit.
Well, I'd absolutely like that. I would like, thank you, Madam Counselor over at the shelter.
You're welcome.
I would like that. I would like that as well. But as I just say, from everything I've heard from Ms. Graves, that's not her intention. It doesn't seem as though it's her intentions. Are you willing to do the necessary steps to get a valid driver's license now?
Of course, Your Honor.
Okay. All right. What we'll do is I'm gonna reset this matter for a pretrial date on October the 13th. Congratulations, Ms. Graves, on the housing. And
do you mind telling me what day that is?
That's a Monday.
The 13th is a Monday. October the 13th is a Monday.
Okay.
All right. So at 8:30, Mr. Baldwin, I appreciate you working with Ms. Graves. I'm glad that you seem to have gotten her attention. And I hope things work out. Thank God you're going to get that voucher, ma'am, and you're going to get yourself situated on housing. And thank you, Mr. Bachman, for coming in and the advocacy that you've done. I don't know where you get the arguments that you're making, ma'am, but in the court's eyes, they have no basis in fact or law. All right. So
thank you.
I don't know
Just don't do this
you
again.
can take that for what you want. You're your own individual, and you can make your own decisions. But that stuff, I'm changing my way I move forward with the sovereign citizens. I don't think it's fair that everyone else either has to bring a valid driver's license in, or they have to take some sort of punishment or plea because they don't want to operate, and sovereign citizens just get to. And I know, Ms. Warren, that's nothing to your. It's just been cases that the city just has dismissed the cases a few times in the past because they just don't feel the cost, but it's just not going to happen here. All right.
And thank you, Your Honor. I was unaware of her sovereign argument altogether until we'd already discussed the resolution. But thank you for saying that, Your Honor.
Absolutely. Officer Glungowski, good morning. Can you state your name, badge number, department for the record, please?
Yes, good morning, Your Honor. Officer Maverick Glungowski, badge 746, Detroit Police.
All right. No, there's no need to apologize. I don't know if I told you. I didn't write it on the file. So if I told you, then maybe
I only got the notice about the jury trial for tomorrow, so that's my apologies if I was supposed to be here earlier.
No, I didn't necessarily tell you that. It's just the court's policy, and it really comes from the chief judge, and that comes from the chief judge. And I understand it very well that if the people are not going to be ready and prepared, there's no sense in us inconveniencing the citizens of the city of Detroit for a jury trial that's not going to likely go. So other than that, we reset the matter to October the 13th. That's just a pre-trial date, and you'll get if another trial date is necessary, I'm sure you'll get the right subpoena. But I know that I said when I saw your name, I said he comes to court all the time. So I know he probably did not get the notice. Sorry.
Yeah, nope. I only got the one about tomorrow morning, so I was actually getting ready for that one.
All right. Best of luck to you. So now you gotta. Maybe I won't say you have some extra time because you may have a lot of other things to do, but hopefully you got some extra time. Have a good day. Be safe out there. All right, Ms. Graves, you be safe. Congratulations on that. And I hope that you find a nice, beautiful home for you and your little one. All right.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Good outcome
Thank
there.
you again, Your Honor. Thank you to the prosecutor. Thank you to the good officer. Mr. Graves, call me tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
Bye, everybody.
Good job.
Have a great day.
Bye.
Have a good day.
All right, that's it.
Bye, everybody. Good ending. But the judge just considered this as shots fired. The judge says, we're not going to do this anymore when it comes to soft sit. I'm not going to let the prosecutor at the end of the process right before it goes to trial, just because it's a pain in the butt to prosecute somebody who claims to be soft sit, just drop the charges. Says, no, we're going forward. You're either taking a plea or you're going to trial. Luckily, in this case, I think things are going to work out for her. And I guess we'll find out in October, the next hearing. So, all righty. Somehow, in the process of that, I ended up on govdeals.com, and I'm looking at fishing equipment from auctions from government. Why does the government have fishing equipment for sale? Does anybody know? Is it confiscated? Is this like Greenville, South Carolina, fishing tackle box, $17. Current bid, $2. $17 is the current bid. It's a $2 bid increment. It's just an empty tackle box. I have questions. Why does RA shop more than I do? I shop a lot, but I buy very little, believe it or not. Believe it or not. Could have been seized property. Yeah. It was stolen. It was turned over as evidence, and now it's for sale. That could be the case. I will say shopping a lot helped. I've been thinking about pulling the trigger. I want to go to 4K for the live stream, right? I want to be able to see all my facial imperfections in 4K clarity. So, I was on GovDeals, G-O-V Deals. It's an auction site for government stuff. Before you bid there, you have to know how it works, because a lot of people bid there, they buy something and then realize they're stuck with a huge bill of getting it shipped to them. So you've got to know, or a bill, they won't ship it to them, and you're billed for storage until you can pick it up and bring your own semi truck and everything else. So there's a lot to it there. But anyway, time for a new edition. I'm looking at this 4K upgrade to upgrade the live stream to 4K. And of course, Blackmagic Design, one of my favorite companies, has a great piece of hardware that does just that. And I thought that would be cool. We could do that and save up for that, put that on the list, so to speak. And then I found Magewell. Magewell has something called a Magewell Ultra Encode AIO. The Blackmagics will do one stream. Magewells will send 6 simultaneous streams. So I could send one to Facebook, one to Twitter, one to YouTube. I could send to 2 different YouTubes at the same time. Just really, really cool. And of course, there's no monthly fee. It's just you buy the hardware and it's done. Of course, $900 later. So we'll add that to the list further down on the wait for it moment. But fun shopping. If we look right now in Judge Simpson's court, something's about to happen. I think, judging from the decor and the blandness of the room, I think we've got John Collins probably in rehab. Looks like he's at a treatment center, and possibly Samsung as well. The judge is out. Let me just check and see his criminal docket. Laundry is about to happen. We see a basket full. I think John's. Probably both of these are in recovery, which is good. John Collins is like, hey, that's my feng shui you're dissing on. No, that's not feng shui. The basket could never be there with feng shui. It throws off the shui. Did you order that little desktop wrap with the 2 hyperdecks? Not yet, Red Pen, because that rack is awesome and it requires trays. I found trays that are actually the trays have to be vented properly. The ones that come with that rack or that are sold by the same company as that rack are not vented the right way for my hardware. So I'm just trying to see if the other ones that are made by somebody else that are a little more expensive work with the rack as well. But that's also something I'm looking for. The handles on the cabinet look like the basket is moving cartoon style. Oh my goodness, it does. That's perfect, Red Pen. I didn't catch that. Like a little bump icon. Jamisha Griggs, welcome. Where are we at with you, Jamisha? We're out of focus. Oh, there we go. 340. It's got to be the last docket for the judge. The last batch for Judge Simpson today. Just get a 3D printer. My kids want one so badly. They went to a little activity where they got to print some things and learn about printing and everything, and they're like, oh, think of all the things I could do. Yeah, this is me like buying printer resin for the next 50 years. But they are curious about printing 3D stuff. Mostly they're thinking, oh, I could print little tokens for games, and I could do this and that. The hardware I need has to be like flight quality. So think of how badly the airlines handle your luggage. It needs to withstand that. So most 3D printing is not quite up to that standard. I was proud of myself for knowing what hyperdecks are, says Red Pen. They're wonderful. Love hyperdecks. Man, they're just great technology. 3D printer means more cables. Ask Rob for one of his 3D printers. He has 7. No. I'm good that way. I would buy one if I needed one, but we'll see. I might have to get my. We've got 2 kids that are doing college level classes, and now both of them are like, Dad, the Mac doesn't work with this. So all the Macs we have, all the computers in the world, and they need PCs. So I might have to get a PC for one of them. Did you ever hear the song about how the airline threw his guitar? Oh, yes, I did. That was funny. It went viral, I think. That one was quite the story. Christmas is coming, but so is grandbaby. Yeah, the grandbaby needs a new 3D printer, right? Right? Never too young to start. Did you guys see this? Yes, you can. Okay. Oh, hat's back on. Detroit Lions in the house, represented there. John Collins has somebody with him. Might have a twofer in that window. Is that a switch of hats? Did he just change hats, or is that the same hat? Not a sponsor. Do you know what else would be fun? I'll tell you, this is I've got like a wish list of things that I probably will never do. One of them is a lathe, right? A wood lathe. And Rob, I know, would push me in a heartbeat to do that because it's so much fun. I love watching people work with wood, but it scares the daylights out of me. The idea that you spin this thing up to like insane speeds, 2,000 RPM, and then you stick a metal, gouge into it and chip pieces off and they go flying everywhere and you just hope it doesn't hit you. There's a lot to it. Turn bowls, yeah. I love watching that. I love watching what people create with that. On that same list, with 3D printer, a laser printer. Like a laser engraver, etcher, cutter, those laser printers. Oh my goodness, are they fun or what? Lots of cool stuff you can do with that. Lions got 52 points on Sunday. That's a lot of points. Hope you had the whole team on your fantasy football list. My late dad had a lathe. They're beautiful tools, and somebody who's gifted in handling them and knowing how to work wood on a lathe, you can make just the most amazing things. Let's see, Josh just sent something else to Mod Chat. We're seeing news. I saw this. The scanner popped up. It's quite active right now with like 10,000 people listening to an incident involving several police officers shot in York County, Pennsylvania. I could pop in and listen just briefly. Well, it's down to about 4,000 people listening, so the incident's most likely over. But not sure if anything's being said or not. Detective, do you know you can stream to multiple places with OBS if you would only switch to software? Oh, yeah, but that requires some beefy CPUs, processors. It basically requires a dedicated computer. OBS is also a little bit, it has a high learning curve, first of all. It would be hard for me to teach somebody else how to use it, whereas it's a lot easier if I just have a single device with buttons on it. And yeah, I can't. I'm old school. I went to school for hardware. I learned everything. I know how to do OBS. I've run OBS in the past, but I just can't. I just cannot do OBS. Sorry. You can't teach an old dog new tricks in this case. For doing what I want, especially going to 4K with OBS, I'd be $2,500 to $3,000 deep in a computer just for streaming on the stream to handle the stream on the upload. That's what a Mac costs, but I already have the Mac, so. And then it ties up a computer, just handling that. Instead, I could use a $700 Blackmagic Design streaming encoder, and it can stream 4K and not tie up a computer. And no. My stream glitched when RA said OBS, and then he said OBS, OBS, OBS a few times in a row. So, waiting for court to start here. Mostly I want to see John Collins' fantastic mustache and beard, which is sort of teasing us with. I also don't have space for a computer on my desk, for sure. I'm out of space. So the scanner's quiet. Nobody's talking on the scanner, so I think the incident is over up there, where it's gone switched to a different frequency. I'm sure you can extend your studio into Mrs. Aria's kitchen counter. Grainers, I tried that yesterday evening. I took the new printer that I picked up from a friend's house after I updated their old one and set everything up to print on it. I took their printer and set it up in Mrs. Aria's kitchen on her counter and plugged it in, connected it to the Wi-Fi, and thought that this would be a great place, a nice central location in the house. So, and on any device, whether it's Mrs. Aria's iPad or my kids' computers or any one of my computers. We can just print, and it will just be right there in the kitchen. She immediately vetoed that decision, and it moved promptly. It moved promptly. But anyway, we're all good. Go team, Mrs. RA. Thank you, Greeners, for that. Good to know I've got your back. Samsung has lost the hat and has started lunch. Looking good. I got cut off by a car on my scooter today. I was so beyond luckily. No broken bones, but my body hurts like a train run over me. Taking any good wishes from you guys. Ivy Berlin, oh my goodness. That's terrible. She'll veto the $3,000 too. Oh yeah. It's already been vetoed. Make sure, Ivy, you're healthy. Do it. A lot of times people say, oh, I'm all right. It'll just shake it up. Make sure there's something that's not hiding, that there's no injury that festers for a little while and gets more painful or anything. Get healthy again, and then watch out on the scooter. Those cars, those four-wheelers, man, they just do not watch for motorcycles of any type or scooters. So hopefully you really dented their hood up. Taught them a lesson, though. Okay. Taking forever the judge to come through. Yeah, you're probably going to be pretty sore, but make sure you're healthy. I mean, it's one thing to be sore; it's another thing to be broken. Don't want you to be broken. Let's skip for a bit since the judge is taking so long. See if anybody else is finishing up court here for the day. Not seeing it. That's not it. See, with all that, it's gotten quiet in court really quickly. So. Still searching. Simpson back? No, he's not. All right. We got nada. It's a quiet afternoon. Tomorrow we're going to have the end of the state's case in the trial. We're watching the Jose Soto Escalara trial. Is that a sunset picture for your home screen on your phone? It's pretty. It is a picture I took from the top of the Wasatch Mountains in Davis County, Utah. Probably a couple months, probably 6 months before or 7 months before we left, before we moved out of the state. It was my last trip up on that range of mountains, which I grew up on and loved. But I hiked up to the top of, let's see if I can show you here. Okay, hang on. I hiked up to the top of a mountain range. Let's see if this shows. You need to be able to see this, huh? There we go. I took this picture. It's a nice fall picture. Fun fact, I photoshopped it. That orange tree did not exist there. I added the orange tree in Photoshop. It was not there in real life. It was on the other side when I turned around and took a picture, from a little ways away. But so I photoshopped the orange tree in, but the rest of it is as observed. It's from the same location. That's like turning towards away from the sunset and taking a picture there. The tree just belonged there. You could just see it was in the wrong spot. So let's see. You mean before you had an e-bike recovery? Yes, that was before I had an e-bike. It was a rough hike because it's a couple miles. I think it's probably a mile and a half or 2 miles to the top of the first mountain, and then you have to hike up along what they call a hog's back. It's like a razor type, the hill that just climbs for another 2 miles until you get to the peak. That was way up there. Any news on Mullins? I'm not following Mullins. Barb, you'll probably find out before I do and let me know when you hear something. Let's see. Ari is a teacher and a tree tweaker. It does look nice. I told you, it fits. I mean, it was not like I was, corrupting the image. I was adding to it. I was replacing it the way it should be. Just like Bob Ross, just a happy little tree right there. It's one of the few times I've ever photoshopped an image. That and some of my muscle pics from the early days. Keep checking Iowa courts online about Mullins. Nothing. Can't wait for the weather to get cooler here so I can go hiking again. The trees have just, like the Japanese maples, have started to turn around here. And we're starting to get some color on some of the early trees. So I think fall is definitely going to be in the air soon. Did all the courts break for the day? Pretty much all at once. It is 4:00. Judge Simpson's supposed to be back in just a minute, but he's not yet. Let's see. Oh, wait. Judge Wolf is back. Let's see if we can see what he's doing.
Where it's with Ascend Credit Union.
Look up when you're talking so I can make sure we can all hear you. What was your answer?
As far as I'm aware, it was with Ascend Credit Union, and when it was paid off, it was supposed to be sent to the address of our home.
Okay, this is Josh says don't go here.
You changed your mailing address.
He says don't go to that one. That's one you don't want. So we'll skip it. Thanks, Josh. I appreciate you keeping an eye out for our back and keeping us safe from those. That's not a case we want to follow. Where's Judge Simpson? Judge Cedric Simpson. Abadi. Judge Cedric Simpson. This one. Okay, he's back.
Conrad Silver. Oh, that's a state case.
It is. Ashley Feltus for the people.
Oh, there she is. Okay.
Hiya.
This is an arraignment pretrial? Yep. All right. Your name, sir?
Hassan Issa.
All right. So you say you are before the court on a misdemeanor citation that alleges that on or about August 20th, 2025, Ellsworth Road, Pittsfield Township, that you did operate a motor vehicle without the proper designation. You understand that, sir?
And not having a CDL?
It looks like that's what it's saying. It's a commercial motor vehicle without the proper group designation ticket. That is a misdemeanor, I believe, punishable by up to 90 days, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand the nature of the charges and maximum penalties, sir?
Yes.
And, sir, and there may also be sanctions against your driver's license and ability to get a CDL. I can let you know that. Yeah. Sir, do you want to be represented by an attorney in this case?
No, I just wanted to explain. We have
it doesn't work quite that way. Okay. I'd suggest that you not say anything about the actual event and figure out and probably talk to the attorney about the best way to work this out for yourself.
Okay. There's an attorney here we can talk to, or no?
Absolutely. Fine.
There's one right
the public
there.
defender case.
Your Honor, we're going to stand
Assistant
mute,
Public Defender
not
Natalie
guilty.
Pate with and on behalf of Mr.
Waive
Issa,
reading.
we would waive any formal reading of the complaint. My client stands mute. We would ask for an adjourned pretrial date as well as a PR bond, please.
Then having waived formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea.
I didn't even say anything to her.
Defendant's
She
behalf.
knows what to do.
Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to November 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. I would set the defendant's bond at a $5,000 personal recognizance bond. Other standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of any weapons. That's all I'm going to order at this point in time on that.
Thank you, Your Honor. No, sorry. I apologize. November 5th?
Yes, November.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you, Mr. Wilson. Court calls the case of the people versus Stephen Comer.
Conrad Soler on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Comer, who appears via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and turn on your camera and state your name for the court?
Stephen Comer.
Stephen, there you are.
I'm sorry. Yes, Stephen Comer.
All right. I have before me a plea form.
I'm here.
Okay. All right. You need to be someplace stationary.
Yeah, I am. I'm outside.
Okay.
Keep connected to my Bluetooth.
Okay. I have a plea form that indicates he's going to plead to an added count 2 of allowing an eligible person to operate a motor vehicle. The 90-day offense upon a successful plea to that charge. Count 1 would be dismissed. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor.
That's correct, Your Honor.
Mr. Comer, can you raise your right hand, please, sir?
Yes, sir.
Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
I do.
State your name again for the record, please.
Stephen Comer.
Sir, it is this court's understanding that you're going to plead guilty to the charge of allowing an ineligible driver to operate a motor vehicle. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $100 fine plus court costs. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
Spoiler alert, he was the ineligible driver.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
All right. You signed an advice of rights form or allowed your attorney to sign on your behalf after discussion?
Yes, sir.
You have any questions regarding any of those rights?
No, sir.
All right. Under paragraph 5, those are your trial rights. You understand that you're waiving your trial rights as well as all the rights contained on that form?
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
I'm on probation.
All right. Were you on probation at the time of this offense in November 24?
No, I wasn't.
Okay. Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plea?
No.
Did anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily and of your own free will?
Yes, sir.
And also because you are indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes, sir.
On the date of November 21st, 2024, Washtenaw Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, did you have custody or control of a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
Did you allow someone who is otherwise ineligible to operate that motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
All right, counsel? I'm not going to go through the other part because I don't think it's necessary. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Sir, is there anything you want to tell me before I impose sentence?
No, sir.
Just love your show, Judge.
Fines and costs of $250. I'll suspend 90 days in jail. When can you get that paid?
How much is it?
$250.
In like a month?
$250.
get it paid before October 31st?
Yes, I can.
All right. I put October 31st. Somebody says trick or treat, you haven't paid me, I'm looking for you.
Gotcha.
You hear me?
Yes,
All right.
sir. It'll definitely be paid. You won't have to come looking for me.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Comer.
All righty.
Court calls the case of the people versus Derek Davis.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Davis.
Where's Mr. Davis?
Derek Davis.
Bench warrant.
Not here. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $5,000. Give a 10% privilege. That warrant will issue immediately. What the heck are you doing here?
He's scheduled for me, Your Honor.
He's got a key? Oh, man. No, I mean, glad to see you. That's what I meant to say. No, that's what I meant to say. It was just coming out wrong. Wow. Did you hear that? You heard it? Okay. I can't wait to call your case. No, sit down. Court calls the case of people versus Marcus Earl.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Marcus?
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate for Mr. Earl, who should be present via Zoom.
Marcus Earl? I don't see him. He did not check in.
Your Honor, for the record, I would request an adjournment.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $5,000. 10%. That warrant will issue immediately.
Damien Cash with the
Thank you.
backdrop.
You're welcome.
The billboard backdrop. Cash law. How can I pay for this, attorney?
It does call the cases of the people versus Derek Embry.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township in both cases.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Embry.
Marcus Embry? I'm sorry, Derek Embry. No response. Bench warrants will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bonds will be set in the amount of $5,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. Those warrants will issue immediately. Court calls the cases of the people versus Christina Evans.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Christina Evans.
What is that behind Tracy?
Christina Evans?
Is that like a...
No response.
stuffed
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Are they both?
Yes, they are.
In both cases, bond will be set in the amount of $5,000, 10%.
What's behind Tracy there? Does anyone...
Court does call the case of the people versus Matthew Fonseca.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Fonseca.
No, he's right. I knew he'd be here. Mr. Fonseca always shows up.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Okay, I know
What's your name?
Matthew Fonseca.
Thank you.
We have an agreement, Your Honor.
Okay.
His part, so I'm going to move to dismiss.
No objection.
Fonseca, that's it for you? You don't, well, I'm not going to see you anymore?
I'm on circuit court probation. So
Oh, well, yeah, but that's somebody else.
I plan on succeeding and getting off it, though, Honor.
All right. Case is dismissed. Thank you. You have a good one.
Thank you.
No, you're finished. You're free.
You're free.
You're free to go. Bring the cat back, Tracy.
Court calls the case people versus Caitlin. Is it Francoeur?
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Caitlin Francoeur, Your Honor.
Caitlin Francoeur? No response. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond be set in the amount of $5,000, 10%. Those warrants will issue immediately. Court does call the case of the people versus Jamisa Griggs.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Ms. Griggs.
Hi, I'm here.
Hello, Ms. Griggs.
Hi.
All right. What are we doing?
Your Honor, I'm requesting adjournment.
I don't know if you guys can work something out. Ms. Griggs, you have a valid license at this point, don't you?
I do. It finally came in the mail.
You didn't hold that up on the screen very long, did you?
Right.
It's like one of those teenagers at a bar. She like flipped that thing past, like, don't look at the date.
Will you offer the double park? Since you got a valid license, he'll offer you a parking ticket if you want to take care of it
That's the full
today.
infraction of double parking.
Yes, please.
I think that's what you meant to say.
Your Honor, I move that count to double parking. If you accept that admission, dismiss the original charge.
Just 1 second. All right.
What is
Ms.
wrong with-
Graves, do you admit responsibility to the fact that on July 18, 2025, at the location of Laurel Road in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you double parked a motor vehicle?
This is
Yes.
a different Miss
Court will accept that admission. Count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Fines and costs of $180. When can you pay that?
In 30 days.
How are they not committing perjury by doing that?
Why is it going to take so long? Fine. No, don't answer my question.
Okay.
Pay it by October 31st.
Okay, I got
A
you.
little bit longer than that. Because she said 30 days too confidently. She don't know. All right. October 31st. Take care.
Thank you.
Court calls the case. People versus Jason Hall.
Conrad Silva on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
This is a true, Your Honor. First time.
Thank you, Ann. Jason Hall, I'll issue an order to show cause. It didn't come. Pardon?
Attorney Cash looks like he belongs on the Black Pearl.
All right. Clerk, show cause.
It's got that.
Not mine. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond in this case will be set in the amount of $2,500, 10%. That warrant will issue immediately.
What is that behind her? Is it a stuffed horse?
Court calls the case of People versus Michael Haney.
Conrad Silva on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Bottoms up.
Show cause for
Chug. Ooh, cheers to you as well.
Haney.
Don't mind if I
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $2,500, 10%. That warrant will issue immediately. Court for those called the case of People versus Frank Hearn.
Conrad Silva on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Frank Hearn.
Not here.
Here's to you, Tracy.
Frank Hearn, no response. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount $5,000, 10%. That warrant will issue immediately. Court calls case of People versus James Heron.
Conrad Silva on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of James Heron. I've showed a valid license to Mr. Siller. I've shown a valid license to Mr. Siller.
Yes, so I'm moving that count to double parking, Your Honor. Accept that admission, move to dismiss the original charge.
Move to dismiss.
Sir, do you admit responsibility to the fact that on or about July 16, 2025, at location of Gulfside Road, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you double parked a motor vehicle?
Yes, sir.
All right, court will accept that admission. Count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Fines and cost of $180. When can you get that paid?
31st. Pardon? 31st.
That's what the last
Halloween.
So no, hold on. Yeah, I didn't say pick the date I gave everybody else. I said, when can you get it paid?
I get it paid by the 29th.
Of October?
Yes, sir.
You told him to do this, didn't you, bro?
I was looking at the calendar. It wasn't on the weekend, Judge.
All right, fair is fair. October 31st, 2025. You know what I say? If somebody says trick or treat, right. You haven't paid me. I'm gonna be rolling up on you. Right? All right. Oh, I bet right. Oh, yeah, I'm right. All right, you take care.
Tracy's not entertained.
People versus Zion Jones.
Conrad Solar on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown Green on behalf of Zion Jones.
Zion Jones.
Oh, okay.
In the center.
Zion Jones, can you state your name?
I'm Zion Jones.
All right, thank you.
Requesting adjournment to work on getting a license.
Still working on getting your license?
Yep.
Test your
Give
heart.
him a little more time. That November 5th, Judge?
What is that behind
Yes,
Tracy?
sir.
Thank you.
Everybody's going to pick their own dates by this time of day. November 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond continued.
Thank you.
Court calls the case of the people versus Erica Keller.
Conrad Solar on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
This is a show cause, Your Honor.
Ooh, show cause.
For failing to take care of a patient.
Close.
Yes.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $2,500.
It was a failure
Give
to appear
10%
for a show
privilege on
cause.
that.
You guys going with the donkey
That
hit?
warrant
I'm going
will
to
issue
zoom in.
immediately.
I'll zoom in right now. Give me a second. We are going to zoom in on
Court
whatever
calls
is
case
behind
people
Tracy.
versus Mustafa Kafaji.
Conrad Solar on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
He's here and yeah. The accessory meter.
Sabrina Reiner. Hello, what's your name, sir?
Mustafa Al-Kafaji, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, you are before the court on a misdemeanor citation that alleges that on or about May 11, 2025, at the location of Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, that you did operate a motor vehicle while your license was valid or you operated it with an improper license. You understand that charge, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's a misdemeanor punishable by up to 90 days, $500 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
First question I have for you. Do you wish to be represented by an attorney?
Yes, Your
Yes,
Honor.
Your Honor.
PD case.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Al-Kafaji, we would waive any further formal reading. My client stands mute. We would ask for an adjourned free trial date and a PR bond, please.
Pending every way formal reading, standing mute, court will enter a not guilty plea.
This is Tracy's background here. I'm just looking at it.
Pretrial in this matter will be adjourned to November 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. Bond will be set at $5,000. Personal recognizance, standard conditions, including no assault behavior or possession of any weapons. All right. Thank you.
John.
I just can't figure out what it
Case of
is.
the people versus Tisu Marseilles.
It's a South
Conrad
End,
Solar on behalf of
northbound
Pittsfield
deer.
Township.
This is an
It's a buck butt.
this is a show cause. Work show cause, not check.
Marseilles? Just waiting for you to make up your mind. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $2,500. 10%, that warrant will issue immediately.
Go get him, guys. Boys in blue.
What, Bishop? What are you doing?
You'll hear about it.
I'll hear about it. Okay, what did Ron do?
You know, you can't blame Ron.
Why not? Sticking up for him. Okay. The court calls the case of the people versus Toma Mahan.
Conrad Solar on behalf of Cincinnati Township.
Public Defender Natalie Pate with and on behalf of Mr. Mahan, who should be present via Zoom. Sir, can you please unmute and state your name for the court?
Toma Mahan. Okay, there you are. All right.
Thank you, Your Honor. I have had a conversation with my client regarding this, and he is working on getting his license and is requesting an adjournment to do so.
Oh. You getting close, or? Sir?
I have to get this ticket
paid off, and then I can move forward. You have to get this one paid off or another one? Yeah. Okay, I'll let you guys figure it out.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'll adjourn the matter to November 5th, 2025, 9 a.m. Fine. Thank you.
Angela, thanks for letting me know that I dropped 4 off the objection
That's called the
counter.
case of the people versus
trial.
Taylor Byer.
So I'm going to take it
Conrad Solar on behalf of
up
Pittsfield
to
Township.
40. There you go. On the counter.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Please the court, Your Honor. Attorney Damien Cash, P number 85852 on behalf of Mr. Taylor Byer, who is approaching the podium, Your Honor. Mr. Byer, state your name for the record.
Your name?
Taylor Byer.
Thank you, sir.
What were you looking on doing with this?
Your Honor, I know he's in person to discuss his recent test results, and at the time I receipt of the second part of the pending plea offer. I'm just asking for a brief adjournment for me and Mr. Byer to further discuss this matter to potentially resolve at the next pre-trial hearing.
Giving this to October 15, 2025, 9 a.m.
Would that be via Zoom, Your Honor?
We had all the unintelligible.
You have his latest progress report?
I do have his latest progress report, Your Honor.
All right. What did he want to say about it? Because I'm trying to figure out, you want to explain the cocaine?
I've been doing everything.
Mr. Allen. Huh?
I've been doing everything I'm supposed to, and I do not know how that happened. I don't know if there was like residue or something. I don't know.
You don't know if what?
I've done nothing there.
Well, you said, I don't know if there was what?
If there was like something I touched or something. So I know that can be something that can happen, but I've been
doing cocaine in your system? That does happen with amoebas. You're saying this got into your system by you touching something?
I don't know. I don't know if it was a false positive. I don't know.
Tracy's laughing at him.
Doing everything to not do that. So.
You have a medical marijuana card?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
Did you ask for the test to be sent out?
Yeah, I'd like to get it.
Did you ask for it?
Yeah, I
found
did.
out.
Yes, I did.
Did you pay them for the confirming test?
I didn't pay it yet, but I told them I wanted to get it sent out. My community corrections.
When did you do that?
I just got back here from Traverse City. Like I drove here 4 hours to get here.
Okay, but when did you tell them you wanted the confirming test?
I talked to Maya yesterday about it.
You talked to her yesterday?
Yes, I did.
And then when were you going to pay for it? What did she say?
She said that's fine, and like told me I had to pay $30, and that's what I was going to go do.
So he wants a hearing on this? Mr. Cash?
Your Honor, I believe we should have, you think between now and the 15th, a hearing, a follow-up hearing on the test results?
Well, I can set a hearing, but I don't know when when the confirmation test is going to be back, because he's got to get $30 over there, but he's not going to be able to walk it over today.
I'll leave it to the discretion, Court, but I agree. I think we should have one hearing between then.
You might need a test.
What I'll do is I'm going to adjourn it out to my next available date at this point, which is October 15, 2025. If you want to motion something up before then you can do it and motion it up. But I'll also set on that date the pretrial and the bond violation hearing. At this time, however, based upon these test results, defendant's bond is revoked, defendant's remanded.
Yep, custody. Boom. Mr.
And Your Honor, just want to add, just for the record, he is now in outpatient treatment, or attending outpatient treatment for substance abuse in Munson Hospital, at Munson Hospital in Traverse City.
Well,
Apparently, that's going well. All right, thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court calls case, People versus Daquan Mallet.
It's not common that your test suddenly shows positive for cocaine.
Good afternoon, Judge.
If you have done nothing.
The unknown lawyer appeared on behalf of Mr. Mallet.
Your name, sir?
Daquan Mallet.
Thank you.
Yes. Your Honor, Hugo J. Mack for the official record here. I had an opportunity to speak to Mr. Siller.
You had the opportunity?
Yes.
Hang on one moment. How'd that go, Siller?
Well, it was kind of over email, so we didn't really talk.
You didn't really talk?
No,
Okay.
it was efficient. It's efficient.
All right, then we'll call you. We'll just call you Lucky.
Well,
all right. Go ahead.
That's right. It was quite efficient. And Your Honor, I've spoken to my client, and he's like to accept responsibility for this conduct, and would ask the court to consider HIDA status.
Well, so I don't know what he wants to do. What are we doing?
I believe he's going to enter a guilty plea and request HIDA. And of course, I have no objection to that.
And I have no form.
That yellow sheet.
Do you know what form you're looking for?
Yeah, in the milieu of the magnificence here, I overlooked that.
You know, get me a plea form so I can get you out of here.
Okay.
Is this your only case?
Yes, it is.
Good, then you got time.
Okay, okay.
Sit down and fill out the plea form. You don't do it at my podium.
Okay.
All right.
Excellent.
Client's got to read all that and sign off on it.
Yeah, we will.
Okay.
Don't do it at my podium, he says.
Court calls the case, People versus Min Kim.
Conrad Siller on behalf of the township.
Your Honor, Mark Kiaz on behalf of the defendant, Min Q. Kim, who's present in the courtroom. Could you pass on this matter so I have an opportunity to speak to Mr. Siller? Or if you want to proceed, we were here a month ago. I believe Mr. Siller was going to make an offer of impaired, and if so.
That's correct.
But we do not have the paperwork filled out yet. Yeah.
All right, so
I can fill that out quickly while we do other cases and come back to it.
I'll pass it.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Look at the cameraman right there.
Court calls the case of the People versus Tracy Purvis.
What's with
Conrad
that?
Siller on behalf of the township.
What's with the cameraman?
This case we do have.
Yes, I see that.
You guys see that?
A defense attorney that's prepared. Wow, what a concept. Go ahead.
Assistant Public Defender, for once at least.
Hello.
Very sorry. Assistant Public Defender Natalie Payworth, and on behalf of Ms. Purvis, who appears via Zoom. Ms. Purvis, could you please unmute and state your name for the court?
Tracy Purvis.
Here's Tracy.
All right. The plea form indicates that the defendant is going to be pleading to the charge, a count 2 of allowing an eligible driver to operate a motor vehicle, the 90-day offense. Upon her successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
Yes.
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, ma'am, can you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, sir.
All right, state your name again for the record.
Tracy Purvis.
All right. Ma'am, it is this court's understanding that you're going to be pleading guilty to the charge of allowing an eligible driver to operate a motor vehicle. That's a misdemeanor, punishable by up to 90 days in jail, $100 fine plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes.
You're under oath.
And
Tell
to
the
that
truth
charge,
here.
how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any kind?
Yes.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct? Or went through it with your attorney and had her sign it for you?
Yes.
Any questions regarding any of those rights?
No.
You understand that you're giving up all those rights that are contained on that form, including the rights contained under paragraph 5, which are your trial rights?
Yes. I understand.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No.
Has anybody threatened you or coerced you?
No.
You're doing this voluntarily
Yes.
and of your own free will and because you believe that you're guilty?
Yes.
May 24, 2025, at the location of State Street, Pittsfield Township, Washington County, State of Michigan, did you have custody or control of a motor vehicle?
Yes.
All right. Did you allow somebody who was otherwise ineligible to operate that motor vehicle?
No.
You need to say yes here.
Ms. Purvis, the judge just asked, did you allow someone, maybe inclusive of yourself, to operate that motor vehicle who was not authorized to do so under the law?
Yes.
No, I was the only one that was driving the truck.
So, Ms. Purvis, the question he asked you, did you allow someone, maybe even allow yourself, to operate a motor vehicle when you were unauthorized to do so under the law?
Yes.
Okay.
All right. Counsel, have I complied with the court rule? Would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Ma'am, is there anything you want to say before I impose sentence?
No, only during October the 3rd is when I get paid.
Okay, so you get a check on the 3rd?
Yes, just Social Security check.
Check, okay. So here's what I'll do. Fines and costs of $250. I'll suspend 90 days in jail. You're gonna, so you've only got, let's do it this way. This way you can split it up, okay? So
Okay.
I'm gonna make it payable by December 1st, okay?
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. All right, take care.
Thank you, Your
Me
Honor.
too.
Thank you, Ms. Purvis.
You're
Court calls the
welcome.
case. Court calls the case, People versus Christopher Holt.
As fellows for the people.
Brown, on behalf of Christopher Holt.
Your Honor, we're set this afternoon for a restitution hearing. It's my the victim is present, the defendant is not.
Your Honor, we've reached out to him and trying to get him here for this restitution hearing. I just received the documents from probation, and I was going to need time to go over them with him.
But he's not here.
Teresa Blair on behalf of probation. Your Honor, Mr. Holt, obviously is already on probation for this case. It was set for a restitution hearing. Mr. Holt was aware that the hearing was scheduled for today.
You informed him of that.
Well, this court did.
Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah,
but
this court did, and it was scheduled actually at the 9 o'clock block, which everyone is set for. And they're given a time that's later. I am aware that Mr. Holt also has a bench warrant out of the 15th district court. Given that he is not present today, probation asked for a bench warrant.
And they're going to get it.
What was the claimed amount of restitution?
The restitution request is $4,400.
4456.96.
4459.96. Is it 39 or 59?
30.
44.59.96. So $5,000.
39. I'm sorry, Your Honor.
39.96.
44.39.96.
And Your Honor, probation had
$4,500.
originally requested that that amount be paid jointly and severally with co-defendant Rick Tuso. He was up this morning at the 9 o'clock block with David Burgess and was set for October the 22nd.
Right. Well, what I'm going to do in this case is, the defendant not being here, bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $50,000. I'll give a 10% privilege on that. That warrant will issue immediately.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Court does call the case People versus James Raggett. Is that it for you, Ms. Feltus?
One more.
One more.
Brown appearing on behalf of James Raggett, Your Honor. Mr. Raggett.
Your name, sir?
James Patrick Raggett.
Thank you.
Your Honor, he's gotten an assessment. We're trying to get our hands on it. It was conducted on September 12th.
Yes. Okay, so he can start, gotcha.
So he's got the assessment done. We're just trying to get our hands on it. So I'm requesting adjournment.
October 15th, 2025, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Court does call the cases of the people versus Todd Reber.
Connor Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Todd Reberg, Your Honor.
Reber,
I really want to see where this video is going. The guy,
no
the cameraman
response.
is
Bench
shooting.
warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond in each of these cases will be set in the amount of $5,000. Give a 10% privilege. Those warrants will issue immediately. Case of the people versus Tyree Russell.
Connor Siller on behalf of Township.
This is a show cause.
Show cause, no show.
Show cause.
Yes.
Russell.
Page and Russell.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond $5,000. Get 10% privilege. Warrant will issue immediately. Court calls case of people versus Hermes Sanchez.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Hermes Sanchez. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond $5,000, 10%.
This is how the end of his.
Immediately.
This is how the end of it, most of his days go. A bunch of bench warrants.
Cases of the people versus Rashad Shafi.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Shafi, Your Honor.
Who's not here?
Rashad Shafi. Not here. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $5,000, 10% on each.
I thought it said 50,000.
Those warrants will issue immediately. Court calls case of the people versus Joseph Schaff.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
This is just an arraignment. Got it. It's a drinking and driving. What is the alleged BAC on this?
Your Honor, this is a high BAC case. It's .234. Traffic stop or no headlights illuminated. No crash or anything like that.
All right.
.234.
Defendant's failure to appear. Bench warrant will issue. Bond will be set in the amount of $25,000. 10%. That warrant will issue immediately. All the cases, no, just one case. People versus Ahmad Schuber.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Township.
Schuber, no response. Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear.
$5,000.
Bond will be set in the amount of $2,500.
Ooh, a cheap one.
10%. That warrant will issue immediately.
Don't miss your court dates, folks.
Court calls the case of the people versus Simeon Spalding.
Conrad Siller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
This is a clerk.
Simeon Spalding.
Show cause.
Is that
no
you,
show.
sir? Goes like this. Simeon Spalding. Oh, I think. Sir, what's your name?
Yair Sanchez.
Repeat that, please.
Yair Sanchez.
Sanchez.
Already, he's been here.
Yeah, he has been.
We don't have a case for you.
But I think it's now.
Okay, just a minute, sir.
Okay.
Habla español?
Yes.
Habla inglés. Come on, Judge, just do it in Spanish. Just rattle it off. I bet you could do it.
No, I gotta go back on that. I'm gonna cancel the bench warrant. Sir, do you want to be represented by an attorney?
Yes.
All right, this is a public defender case.
Ron Brown, appearing on behalf of Mr. Sanchez.
I got one already.
You have an attorney?
Yes.
Who's your attorney?
I have one already.
I don't remember the lady called me yesterday to
Probably.
check my court today at 1 o'clock. I don't know. I'm staying here for 3 hours.
Was it somebody from the public defender's office?
Yes.
Okay.
Sergio.
No, Your Honor, that's Mr. Sanchez Ortega, Your Honor. And I did speak with him yesterday with an interpreter. And I believe Your Honor adjourned his case to the 15th of October rather than issuing a bench warrant.
Do I have the right?
No.
There were 3 Sanchez's on the docket.
Yeah, that's not him, Your Honor. His first name is Y-A-I-R-D.
He's correct on your screen.
Yep.
Yes, that's it.
So I adjourned his case already.
Yes, I do not think he responded when it was called on the screen, but that is correct.
But then I adjourned it anyway.
Yes, Your Honor.
Got it. What date did I put it on?
October 15th.
So you need to come back on October 15th, sir.
Okay. Thank you, sir.
All right, thank you. And
Thank
so
you.
this one that the Sanchez that I just took the bench warrant off of was correct. I can put it back. Even though, thank you. Thank you, Ann. And it's been a long day. I'm gonna stop talking to you. Now I can get on my way. Thank you.
I think we're on small.
We're still on small. Yes.
Thank you. I know, I got it.
No, we're on small. You got it?
I got it. Simeon Spalding. No. Huh? You know what? Just stop. All right. I got 5 cases left. Stop talking.
5 cases. We're almost done.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond 5,000, 10%. Will issue immediately. Court does call the case of the people versus Kerry Vickerson.
Conrad Stiller on behalf of Pittsburgh Township.
Ron Brown, appearing on behalf of Mr. Vickerson, Your Honor. Mr. Vickerson is a chef. He starts his shift at 2 o'clock and it's 4 o'clock, cuts into his work schedule.
You know what's funny? You said he was a chef and like, he must be hungry. Because he's just staring at you. Go ahead.
So basically he had a work schedule conflict. So I was asking for an earlier time in the day in an adjournment.
But you've been in contact with him and he just needed a different time, but weren't able to accomplish that.
Yes.
I'll adjourn it, October 15, 2025, 9 a.m.
Thank you.
It's a chef.
Court calls case people versus Wesley Boss.
Conrad Stiller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Assistant Public Defender Natalie Page for Mr. Voss, who had authorization to accept the offer on his behalf.
Got it.
Your Honor, move that counsel with double parking. If you accept the admission, dismiss free from charge.
Except on his behalf, he didn't have to show up. All right.
And Ms. Pate, on behalf of your client, do you admit responsibility to the fact that he double parked a motor vehicle on July 3rd, 2025 on Michigan Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washington County?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, court will accept that admission to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Fines and cost of $180. I'm going to ask when your client get paid. If you tell me Halloween, I'm coming off the bench.
It was a Halloween. Add for 30 days.
I'll take that. October 17th.
Thank you.
Everyone wants Halloween.
2025. Court does call the case of the people versus Trevion Weaver.
Conrad Stiller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
By the clerk.
Sorry.
Bench warrant will issue for defendant's failure to appear. Bond will be set in the amount of $2,500, 10%. That warrant will issue immediately.
So when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Case of the people versus Nathaniel Wells.
Conrad Stiller on behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Ron Brown, appearing on behalf of Mr. Wells, Your Honor.
That he wishes his name was Adams. But go ahead.
I shared a valid license with Mr. Siller.
That's correct, Your Honor. So I moved that count 2 of double parking.
And he'll,
We're gonna admit double parking if you allow that admission to dismiss for double parking.
And sir, do you admit responsibility to the fact that they can type it in there, right?
Double parking.
That on the date of September 2nd, 2021, at the location of West Michigan Avenue in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, that you double parked a motor vehicle.
Yes, sir.
All right, court will accept that admission to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Fines and costs of $180. When can you get that paid, sir?
Halloween.
A month or two. It's only $180.
Pardon?
It's only $180.
It's only $180. You got it now?
No, sir, I do not.
Okay. Thought of that.
A whole lot cooler.
Well, the way you said it, I thought, I'll ask. Maybe he's just got it tucked in his sock or something. All right. I'll give you to October 31st. Will that work for you?
Yes, sir.
You just didn't want to ask for that date. He's been watching. What? I'm going to be busy on Halloween finding people that have paid. All right.
Thank you.
Take care. Take care, sir.
Last one, right? It's the
This
one that
is what we
passes.
call, and I got that.
You're losing your rubber band there,
Collins.
Judge. It's about to fall off. Judge, let it fall. Save the rubber band. Oh, it's gone. I think he's happy because the camera's filming him.
Mac, what are you doing? Wait.
Your paperwork.
Talk to the man. And let me do this one while you're doing. He's just been loitering up there. I didn't know what he was doing. Court recalls the case, People versus Min Kim. Somehow that paperwork got here, but.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Mark Kiaz on behalf of Min-Kyu Kim.
Sir, your name?
Min-Kyu Kim.
All right. And the plea form that I have indicates that he's going to plead to the charge of operating while visibly impaired, the 93-day offense. Upon a successful plea to that charge, count 1 would be dismissed. That's the court's full understanding of the agreement.
That's correct, Your Honor.
That is correct, Your Honor.
May I have him sworn?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear and affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
State your name.
Min-Kyu Kim.
Sir, it is this court's understanding you're going to plead guilty to the charge of operating while visibly impaired. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 93 days in jail, up to a $300 fine plus court costs. The court could order community service and any rehabilitative programs the court deems necessary. The court could also order your vehicle immobilized, could order you to pay the cost of the prosecution as well as the cost of any emergency governmental services. You understand all of that, sir?
Yes.
Still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, Your Honor.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Now, you understand that by pleading guilty, you will not have a trial of any kind.
Yes, Your Honor.
You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
You have any question regarding any of those rights?
No, Your Honor.
Please look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium there. Those are your rights which are part of the trial. You understand that by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, Your Honor.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, Your Honor.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, Your Honor.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
We have
No,
one
Your
more
Honor.
case after
You're
this.
doing this voluntarily
Yes, Your Honor.
of your own free will
Yes, Your Honor.
and because you believe that you're indeed guilty of this offense?
Yes, Your Honor.
On the date of May 4th, 2025, at the location of Ellsworth Road in Pittsfield Township, Washtenaw County, State of Michigan, were you operating a motor vehicle?
Yes, Your Honor.
Prior to operating that motor vehicle, did you consumed intoxicating liquor?
Yes, Your Honor.
What did you have and how much?
And how much?
I had whiskey, Your Honor, and probably around
4 drinks.
Okay. Were you stopped by the police or was there an accident?
I was not, there was no accident on here. I was just stopped by the police.
All right. Why'd they stop you?
They had no reason. I'm just kidding.
I turned and I missed a corner, Your Honor.
No. You're not disputing the right of the police to stop you in this case, are you?
I am not, Your Honor.
Okay. Were you ultimately arrested?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Were you taken to the hospital or to the police station?
I was taken to the hospital first for a blood draw.
Blood draw. All right. And what were the results of that blood test?
It was 1.8 or pardon?
1.181.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Do
You
you
would have
have
been
any
dead.
reason to dispute those test results?
No, Your Honor.
Taking everything into consideration on that date and at that time, do you believe that your ability to operate that motor vehicle was visibly impaired due to your consumption of alcohol?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Sir, I do have to advise you that if you commit misconduct as defined by the Michigan Court Rule between today's date and the time of sentencing, that you would not be entitled, the court would not be bound by any evaluation on your case in regard to your sentencing, and you would not be entitled to withdraw your plea. You understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Counsel, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea?
No, Your Honor. None, Your Honor.
All right. And have I complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant's plea?
Yes, sir. Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Court will accept the defendant's plea to count 2. Count 1 is dismissed. Defendant is referred to Von Swartz for an alcohol screening and assessment and the victim's impact panel. Sentencing in this matter will be
October 22nd at 12 p.m.
October 22nd, 2025, 12 noon. Oh, will that work for you, Counsel?
I'm checking as quick as I can.
I love when somebody's got a paper calendar.
I was going to mention that fact, Your Honor, but you're very observant. October 22nd at noon is fine.
All right. Yeah, I'll set it for that time. Bond with its conditions will continue. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Court does call the case. Recalls the case of the people versus DeQuan Mallet.
On behalf of Pittsfield Township.
Dressed appropriately for
Good,
court.
Jim. Long time no see, Judge.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Your Honor, we do believe we've
Hands out of pockets.
proffered the proper paperwork to the court.
Yes, it is finally here.
Yes, and so we would
All right.
stand and accept responsibility, Your Honor, for this
All
matter.
right. Well, he's going to plead guilty to the charge of trespass, and this form indicates that he's going to do that. Prosecutor will recommend HIDA in this case, although it's not necessarily binding the court. Understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
That's the court's understanding.
That is correct.
May I have the defendant's work?
Raise your right hand. Do you solemnly swear in affirmative testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help me God?
I do.
State your name.
DeQuan Mallet.
All right. Sir, it is this court's understanding that you are going to plead guilty to the charge of trespass. Misdemeanor.
Not criminal trespass.
Punishable by up to 30 days
trespass.
and a $250 fine.
Yes, sir.
All right. Plus court costs. You understand that?
Yes, sir.
Understanding that, you still wish to plead guilty?
Yes, sir.
And to that charge, how do you plead?
Guilty.
And you understand that by pleading guilty, you'll not have a trial of any?
Yes, sir.
All right. You signed an advice of rights form, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Any question regarding any of those rights?
No, sir.
Look at paragraph 5. You'll see a copy on the podium. Those are your rights which are part of a trial. You understand by pleading guilty, you'll be giving up those rights as well as all the rights on that form.
Yes, sir.
You understand you're giving up your right to appeal of right.
Yes, sir.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, sir.
Has anybody promised you anything other than what's been stated here today on the record to get you to plead?
No, sir.
Anybody threaten you or coerce you?
No, sir.
You're doing this voluntarily?
Yes, sir.
Out of your own
free
choice.
will.
Yes, sir.
And because you believe that you are indeed guilty of this offense?
What'd you do?
On the date of July 25th, 2025, at the location of 3825 Carpenter Road in Pittsfield Township, that big Meyer, the Meyer store.
At a Walmart.
Were you on the premises of Meyer?
Yes, sir.
Had you previously been told to leave, and or were you told to leave on that date and refused to do so? Which one was it?
Previously told to leave.
You had been previously told to leave?
Yes, sir.
And then you came back to the premises at some point after being told to leave and not be on the premises?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sir, if I accept your plea and you commit misconduct between today's date and the time of sentencing, misconduct is defined by the Michigan court rules, the court would no longer be bound by any sentencing recommendation to the court, and you could not withdraw your plea. You understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
All right. And counsel, are you aware of any other promises, threats, or other inducements which have led to this plea?
No, Your Honor.
No, Your Honor.
And has the court complied with the court rule, and would it be proper to accept this defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Court will accept the defendant's plea of guilty.
Has anyone heard the judge talk about the camera in the courtroom
Thank
today?
the court for kindly considering Ayden in this matter in the court's discretion.
Understood. So what I will do is I'll refer the defendant to probation. For a pre-sentence investigation and report and consideration of the HIDA status. Sentencing in this matter will be October 22nd, 2025, 12 noon.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Bond with its conditions will continue. All right. Thank you, Mr. Miles.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
All right, now his outro. It's short and sweet. Oh, wait, we've got one
Court
more.
calls the case of the people versus Michael Collis.
Ashley Feltus for the people.
Ron Brown appearing on behalf of Mr. Collison.
I said only 5 more.
Please state your name for the judge.
Yes, Your Honor, Michael Scott Collins.
Your Honor, we're here for a bond violation sentencing. I've provided documentation from Oakdale Recovery to the prosecutor and to the court. I believe he is welcome back to Oakdale.
Say again.
I believe he's welcome back to Oakdale Recovery. I've provided information to the court and the prosecutor.
So he can be released to treatment?
If the court says so.
Spout, does anything?
Your Honor, I think the court recalls, but just in case the record needs to be sort of fleshed out a bit more, the defendant had been released to go to Oakdale.
Correct.
When in Oakdale, there was a tamper violation with a cut strap. I understand there may have been a dental appointment in this mix that ran over or something to that effect, but certainly cutting off the tether is not the reaction we would like to see. If the court ultimately rules the defendant can be released to inpatient treatment, I still want a GPS tether, frankly. I think that that's important, but I would hope that the court, for lack of a better term, would sort of impress upon the defendant how incredibly important it is to remain compliant with this bond. My office gave him a considerable offer in this case to plead guilty to an added count of use as opposed to the possession of methamphetamine or ecstasy, which is a 10-year felony, into the 1-year misdemeanor. So I'm just concerned that the reaction is to cut off the tether, and I don't want to see it happen again.
Yeah, that's a bad choice.
So how long has he been in thus far?
Looks like since the end of July, if I'm reading this all correctly.
And substantial time before then.
Whoa, but he's been in about 45 days on this violation.
Correct.
So what would make me think that releasing him back on a tether is going to work this time?
I think
we got a crazy story about, were you at the dentist?
I was.
There was a mix up with the timeline.
So why'd you cut the tether?
I was trying to get back into treatment.
I understand.
I was only like 8 days away from completing. And I've been homeless for 4 years, and I had a move-in date on August 6th, and I begged them to let me back into the treatment center. They said no because of the time, and I was just afraid of losing everything I built, and I panicked, and I made a really bad mistake, and I promise I will complete the treatment. I've had a lot of time to think of that, like that mistake. You know, I've been in jail for 45 days, rerunning that day, and I have so much regret about it. I just want a second chance. I beg, if you would let this 45 days or whatever be dead time. And, you know, I understand if I mess up, I have a whole year I have to serve.
So he cut the tether to get back into treatment?
28 days. Plus
the aftercare.
I need detox too.
Right.
He seems pretty
Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do it this way. I'll sign an order releasing the defendant to treatment at Oakdale.
Okay. But what are the terms other than that?
I will adjourn his sentencing on the bond violation. You need to complete that program and be in the aftercare portion of things.
Okay.
Otherwise, you're gonna just sit. Okay. I'll give you a second shot.
Okay.
All right? But we'll sign a new tether order. He'll be released to treatment, but he won't be released prior to placement on a GPS tether. And I'll adjourn his sentencing. If it's a 20-day program, you probably have some detox. You're right in there. I'll adjourn his sentencing November 5th, 2025 at 9. If it looks like he's not completely through at a good point, then let the court know. We'll figure out a date.
Understood.
Court's empty.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. You might want to make sure to prepare a fresh order. I'll prepare the community corrections order.
Yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. You're going to get my community corrections order. You don't even know what I said. Well, it doesn't matter. It's in a day. I'm entitled 14A. Stands adjourned. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Anna. Thank you. What's your name? Anna. All right.
And he's gone. 14A stands adjourned. And with that, we also stand adjourned. It's straight up.
Diplomatic plate on a hoop.
You don't. It's straight up 5 o'clock. It's 5 o'clock. It's time to wrap up. Did a little court hopping today. In the morning, we're going to be back at 8:30. I promise I'm not going to be late tomorrow morning. 8:30, we're going to start. 8:45, court starts. We're going to have more translation testimony in the trial. It will be the end of the state's case. It will be the end of the case in chief for both. Defense is not putting on any witnesses as of this moment. So we will be, from there, we will have a half day off. Again, we'll do some court hopping tomorrow, which is Thursday. The podcast Thursday night, not interrupted by Verdict Watch. That's important. And then Friday morning, we're going to have the closing arguments in that trial. And we probably, can I say it? We'll probably have a verdict on Friday as well. I think we will. So that's the schedule as it stands right now. Hopefully that works for whatever you're doing the rest of this week. We'd love for you to join us. For those of you who are new here for the first time, please click the subscribe button, ring the bell, and make it easier to find us next time. Next time being tomorrow. Tonight when you go home, please hug the people you love. Smile at someone. Make their day just a little bit better. Please stay safe till we go live again tomorrow morning, 8:30 in the morning Eastern time. Be here promptly, and then, of course, stick around. Stick around for the podcast at night. Might have a special guest tomorrow. Maybe. You'll see. You guys are the best. Thank you all. You're all amazing. Be good to each other. Be kind. I don't know what else to say. That's pretty much it. Mystery guest. Mrs. R.A. She doesn't know about it if it's her. It's not her. We'll see. Could be you. All right, that's all. It's a wrap up. my mom called, and I need to give her a call back. So you don't want to put her off very long, or else she's going to call again and say, why are you not calling? So I will call her back in just a minute. You guys have a great weekend, or not weekend, sorry. Just have a great Wednesday. We're only halfway to the weekend. Do all the YouTubey things on your way out. Like the channel, like, subscribe, comment, all those things. Believe it or not, the comments, leaving a comment on the live stream seriously helps the channel. So liking helps. Just say something nice about what happened today. It would be great. We'll see you guys in the morning. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
I saw a chicken fighting.
There's nothing in the order that restrains you from talking to cats.
Thank you.